It might come as a surprise, but certain common fruits could actually be hastening the aging process, impairing your cognitive function, and causing spikes in your blood glucose even more drastically than sugary sodas. Astonishing findings from a study featured in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition indicate that individuals aged 65 and over who regularly consumed specific high-sugar fruits experienced a significant 57% higher likelihood of developing metabolic syndrome. This is a concerning cluster of conditions linked directly to increased risks of stroke, diabetes, and heart failure. Perhaps the most alarming part is that these very fruits are frequently marketed as healthful choices or aids for digestion. If you find these insights valuable for maintaining your well-being, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to Old Age Wisdom for more health-focused content tailored for you. The reality is, they might be silently undermining your health day by day without you even realizing it. As we navigate life beyond 65, it's crucial to understand that our bodies undergo significant changes. Your metabolism naturally slows down, making it harder to process calories efficiently. Furthermore, your cells can become more vulnerable to damage, and crucially, your system's capacity to manage sugar intake diminishes considerably. This combination means that selecting the wrong types of fruit can unfortunately lead to noticeable health problems much faster than in younger years. However, it's not all cautionary news. There's a wonderfully positive side to this story. Specific fruits act almost like nature's tailored remedies for older adults, offering benefits such as lowered blood pressure readings, strengthened heart function, and even a remarkable revitalization of brain health, potentially making your mind feel considerably sharper and younger than your chronological age suggests. In this enlightening video, we are going to reveal the 4 essential fruits that individuals in their senior years should aim to integrate into their daily eating habits. We will also identify the 4 fruits that are best avoided entirely to protect your health. Pay close attention, especially to the final fruit on our avoid list. It's known for being delicious, wonderfully refreshing, and is a favorite for many people. Yet, beneath its appealing surface, it could be subtly draining your vitality and potentially impacting your longevity. Before we delve into the details, we genuinely appreciate hearing from you. Please take a moment to drop a comment below, letting us know where you're tuning in from. Let's begin with the beneficial fruits. Taking the 4th spot on our recommended list is the avocado. Yes, botanically speaking, the avocado is indeed a fruit, and it absolutely earns its place here for several compelling reasons. Moving away from outdated nutritional advice that once warned against all fats, avocados are now recognized as one of the most beneficial foods seniors can incorporate into their meals. What makes avocados truly special is their high concentration of monounsaturated fats, primarily oleic acid. This beneficial fatty acid has demonstrated effectiveness in reducing levels of harmful LDL cholesterol while simultaneously boosting beneficial HDL cholesterol. If you appreciate learning practical tips like this for healthy aging, hitting that like button really helps our channel grow, and subscribing ensures you won't miss future videos from Old Age Wisdom. The unique fat profile found in avocados provides outstanding advantages for seniors concerned about cardiovascular wellness, as improved cholesterol metrics translate directly into a reduced probability of experiencing heart attacks and strokes. But the benefits certainly don't stop there. Many older adults might not be aware that avocados are an excellent source of potassium, typically containing around 975 milligrams per fruit. That's more than you'll find in a banana. This makes them a superb dietary choice for managing blood pressure, a critical health factor considering that hypertension affects nearly 2/3 of adults over the age of 65. The abundant potassium in avocados helps counterbalance sodium intake and relaxes blood vessel walls, contributing to healthier blood pressure levels naturally, often without requiring additional medication. Beyond their heart-supportive properties, avocados are also packed with lutein, an antioxidant carotenoid recognized for supporting eye health and potentially slowing the advancement of age-related macular degeneration, which is a leading cause of vision impairment among older individuals. One often underestimated advantage of avocados is their fantastic ability to improve the absorption of other nutrients. Numerous essential vitamins and antioxidants present in vegetables, such as vitamins A, D, E, and K, are fat-soluble. This means your body needs dietary fat to absorb them effectively. Simply adding some avocado slices to your salad or alongside cooked greens can significantly increase your body's uptake of these vital nutrients, by as much as 15 times in some cases. This is an incredible benefit for anyone aiming to get the maximum nutritional value from their meals without resorting to numerous supplements. How much do you need? Just incorporating about half an avocado into your daily routine is sufficient to tap into these wonderful health advantages. Spread it on whole grain toast, blend it into a nutrient-rich smoothie, or simply enjoy it scooped right out of the skin with a squeeze of lemon. Regardless of how you choose to eat it, this fruit is a true game-changer for senior health. Ranking third on our list of beneficial fruits are fresh, crisp, and delightful apples. Apples contain an impressive amount of dietary fiber, particularly a type called pectin. Pectin acts as a prebiotic, feeding the beneficial bacteria residing in your digestive tract. Cultivating a healthier gut microbiome leads directly to improved digestion, a more robust immune system, and better absorption of nutrients from your food. 3 areas that become increasingly important as we age. What truly distinguishes apples is their positive influence on cardiovascular health. The pectin fiber binds to cholesterol within the digestive system, assisting in its elimination from the body and thereby helping to gradually lower your levels of LDL, or bad, cholesterol. Furthermore, apples are rich in flavonoids, such as quercetin, which are known for their anti-inflammatory properties and their ability to support overall heart and blood vessel health. We also need to highlight the role apples play in helping to manage blood sugar levels. While apples certainly possess a natural sweetness, they have a relatively low glycemic load. The substantial fiber content within apples works to slow down the rate at which sugar enters the bloodstream, effectively preventing those undesirable sharp spikes and subsequent crashes in energy and glucose levels. This characteristic can be incredibly helpful for seniors who may be managing insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. Apples are also quite filling, thanks to their combination of high fiber and water content, making them an excellent snack choice for managing appetite and preventing overeating. Here's an interesting tidbit you might not know. The simple act of chewing an apple stimulates saliva production in your mouth. Increased saliva helps to wash away food particles and bacteria, thereby aiding in the reduction of tooth decay and gum disease, common dental concerns that tend to become more prevalent with age. Whether you prefer red, green, or yellow varieties, apples stand out as one of the most convenient and versatile fruits available. Incorporating just one apple into your daily routine can offer benefits to nearly every major system in your body. Securing the second spot on our recommended list is the pomegranate. This fruit might not be the first one people think of for a daily snack, but for the senior population, this vibrant, ruby red jewel is akin to liquid gold, especially when it comes to heart health. As the years pass, our arteries naturally tend to become less flexible and more rigid. This stiffness can impede blood flow, contribute to higher blood pressure, and place additional strain on the heart muscle. Pomegranate shines due to its abundance of unique compounds called punicalagins. These are incredibly powerful antioxidants that have been scientifically shown to reduce oxidative stress within the arteries by over 30%, according to research published in the journal Atherosclerosis. Some studies even suggest that punicalagins possess antioxidant activity up to 3 times more potent than that found in red wine or green tea. As oxidative stress builds up over time, it contributes to inflammation and the gradual narrowing of your artery walls, much like how rust can accumulate inside an old water pipe, restricting flow. However, the punicalagins in pomegranates act as potent protectors, helping to improve blood flow so that it moves more smoothly and efficiently throughout your circulatory system. Furthermore, clinical studies indicate that consuming pomegranate juice can lead to a reduction in systolic blood pressure, the top number, by anywhere from 5% to 21% in individuals already diagnosed with hypertension. This makes pomegranate a noteworthy natural option for seniors seeking ways to manage their blood pressure without necessarily adding more medications to their regimen. But the advantages continue. Pomegranate has also been linked to enhanced memory and cognitive function. A study conducted at UCLA discovered that older adults who drank pomegranate juice daily showed significant improvements on verbal memory tests compared to a control group that did not consume the juice. This finding is particularly relevant, as memory decline is often cited as one of the most feared aspects of the aging process. Interestingly, pomegranate juice can offer many similar benefits for oral health as well, without requiring the physical act of chewing the seeds. While concentrated antioxidant supplements derived from pomegranate have shown promise in research, enjoying the whole fruit provides the added benefits of dietary fiber and other essential micronutrients. You don't need to consume large quantities. Simply incorporating about half a cup of the seeds, arils, into your diet daily, perhaps sprinkled over yogurt or salad, or adding a splash of the pure juice to your morning smoothie, can yield significant health advantages. Pomegranate also boasts a low glycemic index compared to many other sugary fruits, meaning it won't cause dramatic surges in blood sugar levels, making it an excellent choice for seniors managing prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. Just ensure you are choosing 100% pure pomegranate juice with no added sugars. A quick note: if you are taking blood-thinning medication, it's wise to consult your doctor before regularly consuming pomegranate, as it may have a mild interaction with certain anticoagulants. This fruit truly offers more than just good taste. It has the potential to significantly enhance your health span by keeping your heart feeling younger for longer. And claiming the top spot, first place on our list of highly recommended fruits, goes to the delightful world of berries. Specifically, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries stand out. These small but mighty fruits rank at the very pinnacle of our suggestions for seniors, primarily because they possess an extraordinary range of age-defying benefits that are arguably unmatched by nearly any other food group. What makes berries particularly exceptional for older adults are their profound effects on cognitive function and overall brain health. These delicious natural treasures are brimming with compounds called anthocyanins. These are the natural plant pigments that give blueberries their beautiful deep color, but more importantly, they function as incredibly potent antioxidants within the body. Consuming berries appears to activate protective mechanisms that help reduce inflammation within the brain and improve the signaling pathways or communication between brain cells. Truly remarkable research, published in the prestigious Journal of Annals of Neurology, revealed compelling evidence that seniors who regularly consumed just 2 servings of blueberries each week experienced significant delays in cognitive decline, potentially postponing cognitive aging by as much as 2.5 years. In essence, these individuals maintain the cognitive sharpness typically associated with someone 2.5 years younger. The protective effects on the brain seem to arise from the unique ability of berry compounds to cross the blood-brain barrier, allowing them to directly neutralize oxidative damage within delicate brain tissues. The advantages extend beyond just memory preservation. Studies suggest blueberries can also improve balance and coordination, which are critical factors in preventing falls, a major cause of serious injuries among seniors. Regularly incorporating berries into your diet also yields impressive cardiovascular benefits. Numerous studies have documented significant improvements, including lower blood pressure readings, enhanced flexibility of the arteries, and reduced markers of inflammation in older adults who make berries a consistent part of their daily meals. Cumulatively, these positive effects translate into substantial reductions in the risk of developing heart disease, which remains the leading cause of mortality among older adults. In addition to these stellar advantages, berries are also champions when it comes to managing blood sugar. The synergistic combination of fiber and bioactive compounds found in berries helps to stabilize glucose levels after meals, effectively preventing the damaging spikes that can exacerbate diabetes or prediabetic conditions commonly seen in the senior population. Berries typically provide around 8 grams of dietary fiber per cup, making them an excellent choice for supporting digestive regularity and promoting overall gut health, all while being gentle on potentially sensitive digestive systems. Simply adding 1 cup of berries each day, whether stirred into oatmeal, mixed with yogurt, or blended into a smoothie, can make a noticeable difference in boosting your energy levels, sharpening your mental focus, and even elevating your mood. Just remember to choose fresh or frozen berries for the maximum nutritional impact. It's generally best to avoid dried berry varieties, as they often contain added sugars that can negate many of their inherent health benefits. Now that we've explored the top 4 fruits that seniors should embrace in their diets, it's time to shift our focus to the other side of the coin. the 4 fruits that older adults should consider limiting or avoiding altogether. We'll start with one that might currently be a staple in your kitchen. Taking the 4th spot on our list of fruits to approach with caution are grapes. At first blush, grapes certainly seem like a wonderful and wholesome snack choice. These small, convenient spheres are undeniably sweet, quite refreshing, and often praised for containing antioxidants, especially the red and black varieties which are rich in resveratrol. However, for seniors, grapes can be somewhat deceptive in their health profile. A primary area of concern is their exceptionally high concentration of natural sugars, coupled with a relatively low amount of dietary fiber. Grapes are loaded with simple sugars, mainly glucose and fructose, and their easy-to-pop nature makes them a snack you can consume quite rapidly, often by the handful. This convenience factor can easily lead to consuming an excessive amount of sugar without even realizing it. Believe it or not, just a single cup of grapes can contain a surprising 23 grams of sugar, which is roughly comparable to the sugar content found in a small candy bar. For older adults who may already be grappling with challenges related to blood sugar management, such as insulin resistance or prediabetes, this high sugar load can pose significant problems. Without adequate fiber to slow down absorption, the sugar from grapes enters the bloodstream very quickly, causing sharp, rapid increases in both blood glucose and insulin levels. These dramatic fluctuations aren't merely temporary inconveniences. Over time, repeated spikes like these are associated with contributing factors like weight gain, increased systemic inflammation throughout the body, and a significantly elevated risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Another point to consider is that grapes, particularly when not purchased organically, often rank high on lists of produce carrying pesticide residues. Seniors, who may have immune systems that are less robust or more sensitive digestive tracts, could potentially be more susceptible to the effects of these residual toxins. Furthermore, the skin of the grape, while thin and easy to consume, offers relatively limited nutritional benefits compared to the more fiber-rich skins of fruits like apples or pears. The main takeaway here is that while grapes might appear innocuous, their potential to disrupt blood sugar balance makes them a riskier choice for seniors aiming to maintain steady energy levels, manage their weight effectively, and support overall metabolic health. Third on our list of fruits to limit are delectable dried fruits. While often marketed as a healthy and convenient snack, dried fruits, particularly those commercially processed using sulfites, present several challenges for seniors. The fundamental issue with dried fruits lies in their incredibly concentrated sugar content. During the dehydration process, as water is removed from the fruit, the natural sugars become highly concentrated. What remains is essentially a very dense form of fruit sugar. For instance, a small handful of dried apricots can easily contain the same amount of sugar as several whole, fresh apricots. This concentration makes it remarkably easy to consume large amounts of fructose very quickly, often without the accompanying fiber and water volume found in fresh fruit that normally helps signal feelings of fullness to your brain. This intense sugar load is particularly problematic for seniors managing diabetes or insulin resistance. Even consuming relatively small portions of dried fruit can trigger significant spikes in blood glucose levels. Over the long term, frequently experiencing these sugar surges can contribute to the progression of type 2 diabetes or make existing diabetes much more difficult to manage effectively. But the negative consequences don't end with blood sugar. These pronounced sugar spikes also promote increased inflammation throughout the body. This systemic inflammation can worsen conditions like arthritis pain, potentially accelerate cognitive decline, and may even weaken the immune system, areas where seniors can ill afford compromise. Adding another layer of concern, many commercially available dried fruits contain added sulfites. These are preservative chemicals used primarily to maintain the fruit's color and extend its shelf life. Unfortunately, sulfites can trigger severe asthmatic reactions in individuals who are sensitive to them. This risk is particularly relevant for seniors, as age-related changes in respiratory function, combined with a higher prevalence of conditions like asthma and COPD in older adults, make this demographic especially vulnerable. It's estimated that about 1 in 100 people have some degree of sulfite sensitivity, and this figure tends to be notably higher among older individuals who also have respiratory conditions. The combination of concentrated sugars and potential chemical preservatives found in many dried fruits can therefore be quite troublesome for seniors, especially those already dealing with inflammatory conditions like arthritis, which affects nearly half of all adults over the age of 65. Securing the second spot on our list of fruits for seniors to avoid are green, unripe bananas. While fully ripened bananas, typically those adorned with brown spots, can be a nutritious and beneficial choice for many older adults, unripe or distinctly green bananas present notable health considerations that place them among the less desirable fruit options for this age group. The primary concern surrounding unripe bananas revolves around their high concentration of resistant starch. Unlike the simple, easily digestible sugars abundant in ripe bananas, resistant starch, as its name implies, resists digestion in the small intestine and passes largely intact into the large intestine. For seniors, who often experience age-related changes in their digestive system, including potentially reduced production of digestive enzymes and slower movement of food through the gut motility, this resistant starch can lead to significant gastrointestinal discomfort. Common symptoms associated with consuming high amounts of resistant starch, especially for those with sensitive systems, include bloating, uncomfortable gas, and even abdominal pain or cramping. Seniors who already live with conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, or inflammatory bowel conditions such as Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, which tend to become more common with age, may find that unripe bananas exacerbate their symptoms considerably. The difficulty in digesting unripe bananas extends beyond mere discomfort. It can potentially interfere with the absorption of essential nutrients from other foods consumed during the same meal. This is a crucial consideration for seniors, who may already be at a higher risk for nutrient deficiencies due to factors like medication interactions that affect absorption, a naturally diminished appetite, or other age-related shifts in how their bodies utilize nutrients efficiently. Furthermore, unripe bananas contain astringent compounds, specifically tannins, which are responsible for their characteristic slightly chalky or dry mouthfeel. In individuals with sensitive digestive tracts, these compounds might irritate the lining of the gut, potentially contributing to inflammatory responses. From a nutritional standpoint, unripe bananas also generally contain lower levels of beneficial antioxidants compared to their fully ripened counterparts. The ripening process significantly increases the concentration of these valuable compounds. Therefore, for seniors specifically seeking the anti-inflammatory advantages that fruit can offer, the reduced antioxidant profile of unripe bananas makes them a less favorable choice compared to waiting until they are properly ripe. And topping our list, the number one fruit that seniors should exercise the most caution with, perhaps surprisingly, is grapefruit. Often hailed as a health food staple and even promoted as an aid for weight management, grapefruit can pose serious, potentially even life-threatening, risks for older adults, specifically those taking commonly prescribed medications. The danger lies in natural compounds found in grapefruit called furanocoumarins. These substances have the unique ability to strongly inhibit the activity of a critical enzyme located in your intestines, known as CYP3A4. This enzyme plays a vital role in breaking down and metabolizing approximately 85 different medications that people commonly use. When CYP3A4 is inhibited by grapefruit compounds, it prevents the proper breakdown of these medications. Consequently, much higher levels of the active drug than intended can accumulate in the bloodstream. It's essentially like receiving a significantly larger dose of your medication, even though you took the prescribed amount. This dramatically increases the potential for experiencing adverse side effects, some of which can be severe or, depending on the specific medication involved, even fatal. The list of medications affected by this interaction is extensive and includes many drugs frequently prescribed to seniors. Among them are popular statin medications used to lower cholesterol, such as atorvastatin, Lipitor, levastatin, Mevacor, and simvastatin, Zocor. Certain blood pressure medications, particularly calcium channel blockers like nifedipine, Procardia, are also affected. Additionally, the interaction extends to some anti-anxiety medications like buspirone, Buspir, anti-arrhythmia drugs used to regulate heart rhythm such as amiodarone, Cordarone, and even certain antihistamines and immunosuppressant medications. To illustrate the severity, Consuming grapefruit while taking the statin atorvastatin, Lipitor, can increase the concentration of the drug in your bloodstream by over 400%. This drastically elevates the risk of serious side effects like rhabdomyolysis, severe muscle breakdown, and kidney failure. What makes this interaction particularly concerning is that you don't need to consume large quantities of grapefruit for it to occur. Even eating just half a grapefruit or drinking a small glass of grapefruit juice can trigger these dangerous interactions. Furthermore, the inhibitory effect on the enzyme can persist for up to 72 hours after consumption. This means simply trying to space out your medication timing from your grapefruit intake will not eliminate the risk. Given the significant potential for severe interactions and the large number of essential medications involved, many of which are crucial for managing chronic health conditions common in seniors, grapefruit unequivocally ranks as the #1 fruit to either avoid completely or approach with extreme caution. It is absolutely critical to consult with your doctor or pharmacist regarding the safety of consuming grapefruit or grapefruit juice if you are taking any prescription medications. Never assume it's safe. The potential to dangerously amplify your medication's effects or side effects is simply too high a risk to ignore. What seems like a perfectly harmless and healthy fruit could, in fact, harbor the potential for hazardous drug interactions. So there you have it, a detailed guide to the fruit seniors should prioritize and those they might be better off leaving on the shelf. Embracing nutritious choices like avocados, apples, pomegranates, and berries can genuinely support slower aging, maintain cognitive sharpness, and enhance overall vitality. Conversely, fruits such as grapefruit, dried varieties, unripe bananas, and even seemingly innocent grapes can subtly deplete your energy, cause unhealthy spikes in blood sugar, and contribute to inflammation, ultimately compromising your well-being. The truly unsettling part is often the subtlety. Many people consume these potentially problematic fruits without realizing the cascade of issues they might be triggering internally, sometimes only recognizing the connection when problems arise. Make mindful choices about the fruits you eat, enjoy your meals thoroughly, and whenever feasible, try pairing your fruit servings with a source of protein or healthy fat to help moderate sugar absorption. We are genuinely interested in hearing from you. Have you been unknowingly consuming some of these potentially detrimental fruits? Which fruit on our list surprised you the most? Have you ever noticed an unexpected physical reaction after eating a particular type of fruit? Please share your valuable thoughts, insights, and personal experiences in the comments section below. We look forward to reading them. Thank you so much for watching. And if you found this information helpful, please give this video a like, subscribe to Old Age Wisdom for more content designed for vibrant senior living, and consider sharing this video with friends or family who might also benefit. We appreciate your viewership.